So Nicholas LUM to get us going against Koen.
One love.
He's Singapore's first Singapore-born men's singles table tennis champ.
He's the first person ever born in Singapore. He looks so young.
He looks pretty young for that, right?
1-all.
A healthy diet, good exercise.
Yep, the first ever Singapore-born player, to clarify, to pick up a men's singles gold medal at the SEA Games. That was in 2019.
This for me is very not only mature play but well-trained play. Right on top of the table for the third ball.
2-all.
Both players here refusing to back up, getting in after their serves, doing everything they can to derail the server, and as the server to handcuff the receiver to get a third ball to attack.
Net. 2-all. Two, three.
That was pretty cool. Christoph Geiger just rolled the R. Did you hear that? The count.
The Geiger counter.
That's right. The power here from Nicholas LUM on the backhand. The most satisfying thing for me in the start of this match, Nicholas LUM played a shot off the forehand, and it was just such a clean, high-pitched sound. Something so smooth, a lot of, I'd say the perfect combination of forward drive with the topspin.
Net. 3-all.
You said he was a former #1, wasn't he? Nicholas LUM, under 17, you said?
That's what I was told.
Against a former under 18 world #1. Koen Pang was in his day.
As the first ever person born in Singapore, they used to do it by under 18s.
3-5.
No, it is interesting. Also to clarify, the International Hopes program,
Yeah.
12-year-olds and under. Tomokazu Harimoto, when he was 11, was already beating an Olympic quarterfinalist.
Incredible. I mean, that was an outlier. I mean, something like that comes every so often, right? A prodigy like that.
World number 3 at 15
Yeah,
years old.
right.
Seven, 3.
Well, Koen Pang in a good position here. He's 4 points clear of his opponent. He is a former bronze medalist at the World Junior Championships. Singapore's first ever medal in that competition.
8-3. Three, 9.
His idol is Timo Boll, by the way, which probably doesn't surprise you as another left-hander. I'm talking about Koen Pang.
Yeah, I think even for right-handed players, men and women, a lot of people idolize Timo. It's for good reason. Actually, I heard when he was younger, he wasn't always quite so gentle. Like, he's just such an incredible sportsman.
3-10.
To clarify, we're talking about Timo Boll, right?
Yes. No, really, even in tough moments, I mean, he does the right thing. He always gives credit to the opponent. He'll replay points. He's just as fair as they come.
11-3.
Well, a very good start here for Koen Pang.
Koen Pang serving shockingly high amount of long serves. But this one just half long, right near that baseline to make it uncomfortable for the opening attack of Nicholas LUM. Good heavy push here, though. The underspin, not a lot of time to react and really get the legs in to lift it.
Koen Pang is playing with a lot of confidence at the moment.
Yeah, we've seen that from him throughout. Again, Singapore, a lot of bright, shining stars, in my opinion, from Isaac Kwek yesterday.
3-1.
Here you can see the positioning of Koen Pong. Really stays there. And I say that because Nicholas Lum looks for a side spin wide forehand. But it still would have been in reach, but this one, no chance. Smokes it past him down the line.
Brilliant play from Lum.
It's funny, it didn't seem that high, but it was about twice as high as the shot before coming in.
2-4.
You mentioned Harimoto as a world number 3 at the age of 15, which, as we said, is an outlier. I mean, that is huge, isn't it? But
yes.
we got Lum here, who's a world number 44 at 17. That's pretty impressive too, isn't it?
Yeah, respect. I mean, it's within reason. It's respective.
Relative to.
That's the word.
You know?
I told you I'm practicing my English with Zhang Rui. Yeah. No, that is impressive, especially when, like, Australia is amazing at many things.
Right.
They haven't dominated table tennis for decades, and they haven't been one of the top 2 nations in table tennis recently.
4-all.
So,
I'm sure some of the Aussies might say that's probably a rare thing that they're not dominating a sport, isn't it? Because they tend to, but yeah, table tennis isn't one of them.
table tennis specifically, I don't think that's shocking news. I don't think any Australian friends of mine are going to be like, what? Bobro, we've dominated table tennis. China learned from us. Don't you see all the Australian coaches around the world for China, Japan, and Korea, and Germany? No, I mean, Nicholas Lum is definitely a trailblazer in his own right, and off to an amazing start.
4-6.
But it's Koen Pong who's leading in game 2.
That's an interesting thing about this match, too. Singapore on the women's side has been very strong in recent history.
Yeah.
And generally on the men's side, Singapore and Australia. Ooh, edge here. I was going to say Singapore and Australia. Whoever advances here is going to have a very challenging road in the next round. So this is a fairly fair game. Could go either way, despite the fact that Koen Pong started so strong, dominating the first, and is in a good position here.
Yeah, very good position in the second game.
8-4.
He's got a 4-point lead.
For me, this is the difference in experience. You've got 3 years of age on the side of Singapore, Koen Pong's side, and Koen's Pong. But also, I say that because it's the ability to sort of dissect the opponent's game, use the short game to handcuff and shut down the opponent. It's maturity and experience.
9-4.
I mean, power for power, if these two were to just lift against each other or race, so speed and physical strength, Nicholas Lum might even be the winner in both of those categories. But table tennis is so detail-oriented and has so many different factors to consider.
5-9.
Not enough time there for Koen Pong to really consider getting a racket on that one. Beautiful receive. Nicholas Lum looking for the backhand receive and quickly drops the racket head for the forehand out of reach to the corner.
He's in a really good position here, Koen Pong. You can
5-10.
So now 5 game points for Koen Pong on the receive.
10-6.
That's the second game for Koen Pong. He's in great position now. That was at the Commonwealth Games in 2019. He was world number 32 at that time. Shahid Kamal. And Nicholas Lum not too far away at 44.
1-all.
Has characterized both these previous games, Koen with pretty good starts.
Three, one.
But it's LUM who has the early lead here.
It's interesting when you look at world rankings to think, if you were only to look at world rankings and sort of guess the odds of who would win, I mean, the difference here would heavily favor Nicholas LUM.
3, 2.
Yeah.
But world rankings, I mean, when you're in, say, Oceania, different regions of the world, for the continental competitions have different levels of challenge.
Right.
Winning the Asian Cup, I mean, it's just the toughest in the world.
3, all.
I only bring that up because the points awarded are the same across continents.
Yes.
Which is interesting because you don't choose where you're born.
Right.
So wouldn't it be, I don't know. It's an interesting one.
But you're accruing points in a region that would be seen perhaps as easier than another one.
Right, so it could go either way.
Yeah.
There's never going to satisfy everybody, but I like it. I'm a fan.
And by that same token, we talk about Chih-Yuan earlier, who's, what, 31 in the world? And we said he could probably walk into a lot of teams and be their number one player, right?
He's 1-1 with Tomokazu
Right.
Harimoto right now.
Exactly.
You're doing a lot of things right, but the momentum now back with Koen Pang.
3, 5.
Who extends his lead.
It was a beautiful flick. The surprise placement of that shot, it's tough to prepare yourself. I mean, that could have won the point against anybody in the world.
4, 5.
On his serve, important here for LUM.
Six, 4.
He gains his 2-point lead. It would be something for Singapore to have two winners, two male winners in the main draw.
Yeah.
The first 2 days.
7, 4.
And the interesting thing is, I mean, this is an event that it looks like is going to be happening for the foreseeable future on at least a yearly basis, this event specifically.
Yeah.
So Singapore has a lot of reason to continue watering the plants that are already sprouting quite nicely.
Yeah.
4, 8.
Definitely agree with you. And at the grassroots level, keeping with what you're saying, they really are nurturing all that talent. 7 of the last 8 points have gone Pang's way.
Let. 4, 8. Four, 9.
He's just 2 points away, Koen Pang.
Beautiful close-up there, that slow-mo of what the wrist is actually doing in the modern backhand receive, the banana flick.
10, 4.
Lots and lots of match points for Koen Pang. Brilliant work, Koen Pang. He's been excellent. It's the second ever win for Singapore in the men's draw.